And we did ask kids if, this is a good segue into the next finding, you know, if you saw somebody doing something wrong or doing something mean, I believe is how we said it, what would you do? And kids said that they would step in and do something. So it sounds to me like we're raising a generation of upstanders, which is pretty wonderful. Kids who feel like they want to take action when they see an injustice or see somebody being harmed. That's pretty exciting.
It is. So we're raising compassionate kids, but then parents and educators need to give kids the tools to know what to do. And that's about communication. How can they assertively communicate? How can they stand by a buddy who is being picked on? How can they communicate with a teacher so that they know in those moments where they're feeling a sense of crisis and worry, that they know exactly what steps they can take to actually make a difference.
And in order for kids to have that confidence, they have to feel like their voices are heard. They have to feel like grown-ups care about what they have to say. And so we asked kids, do you feel that grown-ups care? And 90% of the kids who took our survey said they do indeed believe grown-ups care about what they think. When we asked them if they thought the larger world cared about what kids think, only 59% said yes, they believe that. That's kind of interesting. How do you account for the difference?
You know, I think it's a compliment to parents that we're doing such a good job in listening. And some kids even said, my parents make eye contact, they build on my ideas. So that's quite a compliment to parents. But then there's also a next step proposed by kids, which is, how can we come to understand the larger world and the fact that there are caring parents all around the world that care about the voices of children. I think thinking about our daily dose of information about the world, which typically comes through media, is really critical. What's the daily dose that our children are getting? Is it repeated negative news about shootings, about crime, about problems in the world? And then is that how they're coming to learn about the world? So parents can provide a balancing force by introducing them to role models around the world that are doing wonderful things, that are raising their voices, that are making positive changes.
Absolutely. And again, we're talking to kids who are 6 to 12. Which seems young. I mean, they're not as old as the Parkland students who are making their voices heard. But in Highlights, we do a feature in the magazine called Gallant Kids, and these are kids who see a need in the world or a need in their community, and they step up and they do something. And those are such inspiring stories. You know, kids who create a program where they take goodie bags to the homeless or make jewelry and sell bracelets to raise funds for a worthy cause, or forego a birthday party so they can make a donation to an animal shelter. I think making sure that we point out these acts of kindness and civic responsibility, it's really good for kids to be civically engaged, is it not?
It absolutely is, and that deals with the worry problem. That gives them specific action steps they can take. What are you passionate about? Here are some ways that you can actually make a difference at home and in your community.
Right. Those kids inspire adults too, by the way.
Absolutely.
Not just other kids.
We can learn so much.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we do learn from kids, and that's why it's so important to listen to them.